Hey there, kids. It's me, Oni the Unicorn. And I'm here to tell you that f***ing your dreams ain't cheap. In fact, it costs a ton of cash to do. So that's why me and the Oh No Radio Show need your help. Just go to the website displayed below and hit us up with some cash, yo. $1, $5, $1 million if you have it to spare. Any amount is appreciated. Well, I gotta go because these dreams ain't gonna fuck themselves. See ya!
No, 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 no.
No! God, please, no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no. Oh no.
You are listening to the Oh No Radio Show.
Eat a bag of dicks.
So your boy may or may not have to make an apology tonight. Just say it. Oh no, baby! Welcome back to another edition, episode 620 of the Oh No Radio Show. My name is Owen, fresh from Texas. I am a Texas man now. Texas.
Did you get a cowboy hat?
I did all the Texas stuff. You'll hear about it here on the show. I am the captain of this shit ship, and along with me tonight, as always, my good friend Ty from the Great White North survived the blizzards. I hear you're. What? How many feet of snow are we looking at, Ty?
So that's the crazy thing with blizzards and fucking weather up here. But all in all, I think it was like a foot, a little more than a foot.
Pussy snow. Pussy snow.
It didn't turn out the way we expected it, but it was like the mass fear of like, oh, it's a blizzard. Oh
is it like when we get a low-level hurricane down here and it's like not that big of a deal, kind of? Like, yeah.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah,
this
well,
one.
like,
Well,
yeah.
it could have gone either way, but yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. And with us also, he's had a couple drinks tonight. He's chilling. He seems like he's in a good mood.
Hey.
He seems like he's ready to go, roaring ready. He is my mustache muse, and his name is Mike B. How are you, Mike?
Only two things come from Texas, Owen. That's steers and queers, and you don't look like you have horns.
I don't think you can say that these days, Mikey.
I was quoting a movie.
What movie is that actually from? I know
Full Metal Jacket.
I know the quote. Yeah, I just don't know the movie. But yes,
We're queer positive now, Owen. I can address you. It's cool to be queer. You're not a steer.
That's true.
Which I assume is another queer term for a specific body type or
I think
activity set.
It's interesting. It's interesting as I was talking about it with some people in Texas, and I'm like, so what is there here? What is it?
Did they tell you steers and homosexuals?
They left the queers part out, but it is.
They just said steers.
They pretty much did. They were like, "There's cows. Do you like cow? We got a lot of them."
We got a lot of them.
And I was like, I could tell. I didn't see any actual animal cows. I saw a lot of man cows. I saw a lot of female cows. Very large people.
Are they just built big in Texas?
They certainly are. And you know what? Honestly, most people, in fact, I didn't really meet anybody rude in Texas. I was expecting, like, oh, city boy.
Fuck your feelings. This is Trump's America.
But then again,
All right.
Then again, I didn't venture too far. I ventured 2 miles from my Gaylord Palms or Gaylord, Texas resorts. So I didn't really. I didn't see many cows because I was just, at a hotel.
They didn't put you at a Lone Star Inn or
were you in the city? Where were you?
Very localized hotel.
It was a Gaylord. It was the Gaylord, Texas, or something that they called it, the Cowboy Gaylord.
Well, they don't like that one, anyways. They don't stay there.
They don't like. They don't want to. Yeah, they tried as hard as they could to not have a building called the Gaylord built in their town, but the money was just worth more than the cows at the end of the day. Ty, you had something to say because you've been to Texas. You've been to Texas a couple times.
Yeah, I have a fair amount of Texas experience, but I gotta say, I think that's where my the beginning of my hatred of ranch came from was Texas.
Like the dressing ranch.
Fuck ranch. I'm sick of ranch being everywhere.
I'm not a ranch guy.
I hate ranch.
I'm not a ranch.
Fuck you, ranch.
You know what?
Get out of here.
We're the 3 of us on this show. We are team fuck ranch. I appreciate that. We're fully blue cheese. We've always been blue cheese when it comes
to the fullest.
Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah. So Texas was a good time.
Wait, did you go to a bar?
Yeah. I went to a biker bar, actually. You can smoke.
Did you have to sign up?
No, you can. Dude, I almost did. They were cool. Like, I wanted to party with these guys. They had a black guy in their biker gang. I was like, these guys are really progressive. They're with the times. So I was like, I'd join this gang, and they were accepting. They were nice in their biker bar. You can smoke in there. You can't.
Fuck yeah.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah, you can't smoke in no bars down here anymore. But yeah, it was like full smoking. Like if you didn't smoke,
I don't think
they
it's
were
a
like,
state rule.
"Get out!"
No, the
get
ones
out,
you
pussy.
can't. The ones you can smoke in, you don't even want to fucking be in. Let me tell you.
That was the one I was in, and you know what? It was pretty cool. Now I gotta also say this. It was in this little town called Grapevine, Texas. So the biker bar was on a really quaint main street. You know how they make up all these old towns now? They rejuvenate them and Winter Garden. Yeah, it was down there. There was a wine bar next to it, so it wasn't that rough and ready. But
Cowboy's got a sensitive side now. Come on,
that's where the wife goes.
It was next to a store that had a $10,000 lamp in the window. So that's
That's sick though. That's a walk by piece.
That
Come
is.
on.
You put it on the front of your bike, carry it home for your old lady. That's what I'm saying. But no, Texas is what Texas is. It was hell getting out of here and hell getting back. I had a 4-hour delay leaving the state. Thankfully, I got the message while I was still in bed and just didn't leave the airport until 4 hours later. So that really kind of was fine. But then on the way back, 6.5 hour delay, right? But thankfully, so slept in as long as I could at the hotel. But hotels being hotels, they got to kick you out at 11 o'clock. So I'm like,
you're supposed to leave now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, damn it. So I'm like, well, I got nowhere else to go. Oh, I know what I'll do. Teresa told me about this before I left. She signed us up for this new super fancy travel credit card with Capital One. It's called the Venture X, right?
And we aren't getting money right now, are we?
And
I swear to God, if you're hawking Venture X Capital cards, I'm gonna be fucking pissed, Owen.
I'm not saying what deals I've made or what haven't I made in the time that I was
credit
gone.
card sellout, bro. You didn't even let us get in on the read.
You're telling me that you wouldn't take some Capital One monies?
I would, but I'd let you in on the fucking read so we can all get paid, bro.
It's my show. So I get the Capital One monies. But
this was part of the clause, though. You had to do it.
So I'm like, well, about 10 o'clock, I know I got to get to the hotel at 11. I'm I'm like 10 o'clock. All right, let me start like getting ready. I'll get out of here. So I leave the hotel about 10:30. I'm like, oh, you know what I should do? I should
At
check.
night?
No, in the morning. In the morning.
Oh, okay.
But my flight was I was supposed to leave for the airport at like 7 o'clock in the morning. So like I slept for a few more hours, but flight wasn't until like something like 3 o'clock in the afternoon eventually. Like that's when the flight eventually took off. But Teresa told me, he's like, yeah, we got this access to these airport lounge things now. So I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So I get
which one?
So I'm looking it up.
Owen's gonna get lit to the point he can't leave the lounge.
So, okay, funny you should mention.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Owen.
I find
dog.
I find my terminal, I find like where it's at, and I start looking up the lounges. The best one is the Capital One Lounge, and it's literally in the same terminal, 5 minutes from my gate. Well, I'm like, well, I'm gonna be there for the next 4 hours. Let's do this. So
I'm getting rewards.
I got all the rewards. I walked up to the bar and I'm like, complimentary everything, huh? And they're like, yep. And I'm like,
and they looked. Well, no, they looked him up and down in his fucking plaid trackie, and they're like,
oh, who let this fucking guy in here? Yeah, pretty much.
Can we see your card, sir? And you're like, you pull it out, and they're like,
here you are. I give him my
what? And she won't even make eye contact. She's like, "What would you like to drink, sir?"
What did you order?
I said, let's start with 2 mimosas, please. And that's where I started. I think my death count on there was a good 10. It was a good solid 10 beers. Got a couple. I ate all the foods, free foods. I sat up my laptop at the bar. I was just straight up I was pretending I was international business travel man. I was making out like I was a big deal. I was like, oh yeah, I come to this lounge all the time, I was like, this guy is my boy. I met the bartender and I was like, oh yeah, just make sure you tip Ricardo over there real well. And I met Owen
starts chatting people. They're gonna get him fucked. He's not gonna be up. They're gonna get kicked off the plane.
I'm hobnobbing, bro. I'm hobnobbing in my airport lounge, and as I tend to do now, and will be doing going forward everywhere that I travel.
Hobnobbing.
I will be hobnobbing in the finest of Capital One lounges. So that was.
I'm gonna call you out right now.
What?
I think you're a bad tipper.
Oh no, dude! Are you supposed to tip in there? Oh man,
it's complimentary. You have to tip.
Of course I did. I left them a good solid $20 when I left.
Ooh, I was guessing $6.
Now he did drink 15 banquets, so it was only a little over $1 a beer.
It was about there, but it's fine. I think I did all right. I got a couple of my other friends into the bar there. I can get 2 other people with me. So now after being there for an hour,
I want to start taking flights with you, bro.
Yeah, now I can get.
So we can get fucked up.
Yeah, we can let's just take flights for no reason. We just go hang out in the lounge, and then
no, Owen. Anytime you go to take a flight, let's just go to the airport lounge like 5 hours early.
There's a problem. There's a problem with that. You need a boarding pass because you got to get through. It's on the other side of security. You need a boarding pass. Otherwise, I'd live at that lounge. That lounge was swank as fuck. Like, I'd be there. They had showers. They got little rooms that you can rent and go take a nap. Like, you can just basically just be like, yo.
They got the massage chair?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They got massage chairs in there. I didn't use that. I was too happy at my space at the bar with my laptop and everything. I did some work. I did some invoicing, some real, businessman type stuff. And then I got on the plane and came back here. One thing I did want to mention about Texas that I thought was interesting, right? Is
ranch?
No. So they're like, we have Mexicans here. But they got Mexicans. They got Mexicans there.
You can't help yourself. You just can't help yourself.
But I think there's this like unspoken rule in Texas that the classes don't. There is a divide. They're fine with it, and that we're gonna do our thing over here, us fat white people, and the occasional black guy in our biker gang. And then like then the Mexicans and all of the El Salvadorians or wherever the hell they're from, they don't speak a lick of English, but they're fine with it because they've got their own society there. And I kind of want to infiltrate the real Mexican society now down in Texas.
Owen wants to be El Gringo Blanco.
Yeah.
The first white settler in this small Mexican community. Owen, do you ever think that they just might not want you to be there?
Who, the white people or
Nope.
or the Mexicans?
Yeah.
Well, that's
them.
Well,
they might not want a gringo getting into their society.
Last I checked, this is America. And I just want to go and desegregate. I want to bring the people together, Mike. I want to desegregate the fat Texans from the Mexicans and have them all make awesome barbecue for me because that's what they do. They do that well down in Texas. I got to say that.
That's true.
The barbecue.
It depends on which region you go to.
It was all
There's a lot of Texas.
I tell you what, at the Gaylord, finest barbecue you'll ever have.
Gaylord.
Our good friend
Yeah,
Samantha would like to know, Owen, are you going to colonize this community?
I mean, if they let me, colonization usually doesn't abide by let me rules, but I'll give it a hobnobby, college try.
Oh,
All right.
that's what I just said. That's what I told Samantha. He is British, so it's kind of in his blood to colonize. The sun will never set on Owen Butler's empire.
Goddamn right, and it's gonna be over the Mexican, burrito shack in Grapevine, Texas. That will be one of my next colonization points.
Where the fuck is Grapevine? Like,
I don't know. It's like 10 minutes outside of Dallas. I didn't look at a map.
okay,
I didn't.
just curious.
I don't care where I was. I was there to do a job and make that money and eat that sweet, sweet barbecue. And that's what I did. I came.
Yeah.
I saw. I conquered.
I'll tell you.
I had
so
a
my
good time
first,
at the airport lounge, and here we are.
my first entry into Texas was Big Fat Redneck Wedding Show, though, and like I got the real back end of some wild Texas.
See, I would be interested in that. Like that would be fun to me. Like your Big Fat Wedding. What was it? Redneck Wedding. What is it?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Big Fat Redneck Wedding.
That show
Yeah,
you did,
that-
you were on or worked for. That
Dog.
that sounds like actually a pretty good time. Some of the experiences.
It was
that you told me
great.
about.
I had a great time.
Didn't you
you're
get
at the
fucked up on
wedding,
moonshine all the time? Like,
dude, yes. Some of the best fucking wild moonshine you'll ever have in your life.
Yeah.
Yes. All over the country, though, in the most redneck spots of everywhere.
what's the most rednecky of redneck spots, real quick? Of all the ones you went to, Alabama, right? Had to be. Had to be.
A little bit. I don't know, man. Alabama was kind of fun though, too. Like it's redneck, yeah, but like also great.
They're kind of the worst type of redneck, though. I feel like I feel like Texas step above than
There's a certain
Alabama.
spots in like West Virginia that are crazy.
They're mountain. They're mountain people. They're weird.
That's like hillbilly stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it's a different kind of redneck, but it's wild.
I don't like I like rednecks more than I like hillbillies, I think.
No, hillbilly's got a weird like wisdom charm that you don't understand. You're like, you're not smart, but you have wisdom. It doesn't make sense.
Chat room's asking if I got Tex-Mex. I did not once actually get Tex-Mex. I got the
Even at the Gaylord Palms, no Tex-Mex?
I just got the Tex, bro. I just went straight brisket.
Straight Tex.
It was brisket and ribs and mac and cheese every meal. It was great. It was awesome. Fucking beans.
I totally
and
did
shit.
get a cowboy hat from Texas too.
Although, Owen, did you wear long sleeves the whole time you were there?
Yeah. I didn't want to show my British flag on my.
That's what I fucking thought.
That was,
This motherfucker wasn't showing that Union Jack for a minute.
I put on the Polk County real thick too. Like
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you tell him, hey, we're I'm from Polk County.
Oh, I'm from the country. I'm just like you. We got steers. We got a lot of cattle out by me. I mean,
Just so you know, Owen, I
Yeah.
did allow the white hate speech honky to be allowed thrown around in our Twitch chat.
oh, that's fine. Honky is totally fine. Yeah, honky.
Yeah, I mean, they flagged it for discriminatory speech,
Oh,
but
did
I
they?
let it go. I let
Oh,
it through.
Yeah. I appreciate you using your admin to do that.
Flag.
Yeah.
Wag.
I was like, no, honky's cool. I'm cool with honky.
So I'm glad that Kyle Duce is in the chat room right now, or he was, because I do have a slight apology to make. And
Oh, do you now?
so
Oh boy.
if you didn't tune in last week, Kyle Duce was kind enough, knowing that I'm a wrestling fan. He got duplicates of a lot of wrestling signatures in one of these, you do these like wrestle crates where they send you autographed, not 8x10s or whatever in the mail. And he was kind enough to say, hey, Owen would like these. I love that guy. Let me send him a package of these.
Can I be fair?
Then you
I don't know.
roasted him.
I don't know why he loves you, because you beat the shit out of him verbally every
That's
time he does anything
part-
nice for us.
It's part of my love language, Mikey. It's
Hey.
part of how I love you. If
It's a thing.
Yeah. So he asked me for my address, gave my address. He will still say, wrote a package or wrote the address on this package in a less than legible way. I'm surprised it ever even made it to me. And I made fun of it because it had pizza grease, apparently with taco grease all over it. It had duct tape all over it. And the handwriting looked like that of, a 3-year-old, 4-year-old child, toddler age, right?
So here we are with the recap.
Okay, so here's where the apology comes in.
Look.
So
Is Owen here? Did someone get him a plate and a fork for this crow he's got to eat, please?
well,
Jeez.
you guys don't know the deal with this, because Kyle Duce sends me a message the next day. He says, oh, great show. Thanks for the plug. Glad you liked the autographs and everything. It's kind of funny that, made fun of my package and everything. He's like, yeah, I can't really write too well now because of my Parkinson's.
God damn it, Owen.
Actually, no, thank you. It hits so much better now. That was, yeah.
Oh, Owen.
So, Kyle,
Love you, dude.
Jesus Christ.
I'm really sorry for making fun of your Parkinson's.
It's the most Owen that Owen could be right there.
He says he has Parkinson's. And I mean,
My! If he is not giving you, well, wait, when did he say it?
No, he told me then, but I do remember having a conversation.
Was it on
with-
April 1st?
No. I do remember us having a conversation a couple years ago, and he's like, "Yeah, my condition's getting worse," and like,
my!
I kind of forgot that he had Parkinson's, so I will allow the poor penmanship on the package, and I'm sorry for making fun of that. But everything else on the package was atrocious, and I don't think that
The man's allowed to have a taco. He's got Parkinson's.
Well, the duct tape and the taco grease and the
Parkinson's.
I mean, still.
You're being insensitive, Owen.
I'm just saying I'm sorry. What do you want from me? I'm saying I'm sorry.
I mean, maybe you should send him a package.
Okay, I'll address it real nice too. It'll have calligraphy on it. It'll smell like roses when it opens.
Squiggle it. No, just send it.
Make it worse than his.
Make it
Try.
worse than his. Try. I'll have
I got bad penmanship too.
I can relate. My penmanship sucks too.
Yeah. Well, so I thought you guys would find that. Would
Relate
find that.
to him, Owen. You have to relate to him.
Okay, I'll try. Send him my belt, my championship belt. Nah, that's not happening. That's not gonna happen. No.
Owen barely let me hold
Well,
it.
I can't let someone with Parkinson's hold it. He's gonna drop it, isn't he? I can't. I'm not just about the.
I mean, he'll shake it up. He'll loosen all the leather.
I'll give him my old Etch-a-Sketch, and that'll be,
Well, he'll never be able to draw anything.
I know it's the sign of.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
So yeah, there's my apology. I'm really, sorry for that.
Recap. Small apology from Owen.
Hey.
I thought he was gonna actually give a.
That was pretty
nice
heartfelt.
one.
That was pretty heartfelt. What do you?
I mean, the fact that you end capped it with, bookended it really with laughter on his end. I mean,
you know what? Fuck people with Parkinson's. Now that I think about it, why?
There it is. There it is.
Come on, we were making headway here.
I don't even like Michael J. Fox that much.
No, you can't say that. He's a heartfelt American sweetheart.
I feel like he was a sex pervert. No one knows it. Like
I'm not gonna lie.
No
me
one
too.
says anything because he was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to grope you." It was Parkinson's.
I bet you he whipped his donger out and was just like, he definitely shook it all around. But you know what I mean? Like,
That's what it's all about.
moving on though.
Different strokes he takes.
Whew. Oh, I am on shaky ground. You're right. Damn. That's good.
Samantha's
Samantha's
making
in on it.
Fox
that's
jokes over
good.
here.
That's
God
good.
damn it,
That's
Samantha.
good.
You're supposed to be the good one.
That was good.
Can I ask
Woo.
you guys, like on the real? So, hey Sam, I love you, but
Yeah.
I only saw very peripherally about fucking Real Radio. What happened?
Oh,
What
well,
happened?
she
It
was-
you.
well,
Samantha doesn't work for Real Radio.
Goddamn,
or
you're
whatever
dumb.
the fuck it was.
Goddamn,
Eat my
you're dumb,
ass.
Ty. Goddamn, you're dumb.
Samantha got fired from Tom and Dan for sex pervert stuff.
Yeah, sex
pervert
she,
stuff?
Yeah, she kept whipping her titties out in the middle of her day
This is
job.
making
Like a
everybody real
man
uncomfortable.
Yeah, they almost got kicked
They
off.
had to fire her.
Yeah, they almost got kicked off at Twitch. They had to write a whole thing.
Oh,
yeah.
They had to make a public
Always.
apology on Twitch to Twitch.
Mhm.
Sam leverages those titties.
Yeah.
I can't blame her though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, though, she did go out on her own, and she wants to basically, she needs all the support that she can get. So
is that all hoopla?
What?
Like I thought.
No, I mean,
there were other people released from Real Radio. Yeah, there were other.
Yeah, there was a
but
round of layoffs. They basically took every show down to 3 full-time cast members.
Except
and basically
News Junkie.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
basically. Yeah,
I
there was a
saw
bunch of
quick
background
article, and
layoffs.
I was like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, there was a bunch of background layoffs, but there were also like on-air media or on-air talent got let go. Basically, every show got downsized to like 3 full-timers.
The only 2 that you might know would be Carlos from the Monsters, used to be Black Bean. He's now gone, and then Ross, spelled like sauce, who we've had on our show. He's also he got laid off. So support Ross, support Samantha. SemanticsPodcast.com is probably where you could do that. Semantics Media, just type that in. Support her. She needs your help.
She got that Patreon too.
Yeah, do that. Get on that Patreon. She actually does release fun stuff on her Patreon. We should look into doing that and releasing stuff that people pay for, and then we could maybe get more Patreon people. I've just a thought.
Maybe.
Just a
I don't think that's how that works.
no. I mean, that's why I always say just donate on the page. I don't know. It's
just put your
silly
money.
idea.
Just give us money on. We're not going to release stuff. Just give us more money.
Well, that's my life. That's my life goal. Is just give me money. I don't want to do anything really. Just give money to me.
I'll talk a little bit.
Yeah, I'll give you. I'll give you. I'll give
Here's
you
a couple jokes. Here's a couple joke scraps.
I'll give you a standard
money?
Owen Flight Lounge hobnob. I will give you a hobnob.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll be, then we'll be even when you give me money. So hobnob, money, money, hobnob. That's the way.
I want a hobnob and then I think I'm going to get on that hobnob and money train.
You can't do it as good as me though. Ty?
Well, I'm gonna learn from you and then grift my way behind you in your wake.
Well, then I'll need a percentage of your hobnob money. If I teach you, then I'm gonna need a percentage of your hobnobbing, and then Ty, I'll need all of your hobnobs.
I'm the hobnob master over here.
Are you a hobnobber?
You're below my pyramid scheme.
Wait a minute.
And by the way, Owen, I'm gonna learn from the shadows while I'm doing my own hobnobbery.
Oh, you're gonna you're gonna branch off, do your own hobnobcast?
Only a
Yeah,
real
well,
hobnob
of
wouldn't.
course.
Jeez. I don't know about this, guys. I mean,
You're gonna have to do a solo hobnob.
I can hobnob on my own all I want. I've been
Oh no, I'll still be here.
Yeah, Ty will still be here. Yeah, it's fine.
But Ty's gonna be on Hobnobcast?
Yeah.
Hobcast?
Yeah.
Well, I'm starting Knobcast, okay?
Well,
It's
that's
gonna be way cooler. It's gonna have dicks.
Knobcast is, I think, what Mark Hales calls this. Anybody in the UK,
Mark.
he probably calls us Knobcast. I would.
That's
assume.
pretty good though.
Yeah, I like that name.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down for a segment called Knobcast.
Knobcast. All right, let's do it. Let's talk about this. My mom is getting into town tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mother Butler is currently in North Carolina. She will be flying down tomorrow, and I will be picking her up around 2:30. Should all flights, be on time. She doesn't have airport
Butler.
lounge, privileges.
Mama Butler.
So let's just cross our fingers that the flight's on time.
Mama Butler.
I wish I could show you, but I can't really turn the cameras around. But right now, where you usually sit on the fart couch,
I've shot so many. You're gonna let her sleep on that couch when I've shot so many hot farts in it?
Yeah, I unfortunately it's the only place I can do. I've got the futon.
She can't sleep in your swank living room. Hell no.
I got the futon laid out. I put some sheets on it. It's fine.
It's fine. It'll be great.
I sprayed some Ozium.
Yeah. That's serious.
In all seriousness, me and Teresa have been cleaning the house like all fucking day. You know how it is. Like our house is never gross, but you just when you have company, you have someone staying with you, you go a little over the top. You do all these types of things, right?
But especially your mom.
Oh yeah, especially your mom. So what I was gonna ask, we don't really have any like super big plans. I've only got her for a couple days. What do you guys think I should do with my mom? And also on top of that, my mom did say she's like, oh, if my knee's up for it, I'd be good. Let's do a bar hopping thing.
Oh, I was gonna say. I mean,
So-
that sounds awesome. Yeah.
So where do I take her bar hopping and show her the real Orlando? She said walk around Lake Eola, but I'm like, Mom, we're just gonna get accosted by swans and bums
Homeless.
and
The unhomed. Sorry, unhoused.
Yeah, no, they're bums. I call them a spade. And
Yeah, it's still a fun walk.
I
Whatever.
don't think you're actually allowed to say that.
what? Spade? Or bums?
Oh, whoa, bro.
What about
It's a racist term.
I don't believe it is. And I just
Hey man, I'm sensitive to that shit, but like
spade.
no, a spade is a spade. I don't think that has shit
Yeah.
to do with
Well, they're not talking about shovels, and they ain't talking about cars.
It's definitely talking about shovels. It's not talking about black people. A spade.
That is what they're talking about.
No, a spade's a spade.
that's
Cause-
not where that came from.
What, the
Or-
Well, well, let's go
Look
to
up
Go
the
ahead.
etymology
Use your
of
internets.
of a spade's a spade. I don't think it's racist. I've been using that all my life. Can't.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna take
It
that
is-
away from me. They're taking everything away from us. But yeah, where do I take where do I go bar hopping with my mom? What do you think, Mike?
As much as I didn't regularly go to Wally's, I don't know why I'm thinking of Wally's right away.
Okay, I could take her to Wally's. It's all fancy.
Just for shits and
It's
giggles.
all fancy
Is
now.
it so
though.
fancy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Apparently, it dates back to the 16th century. It might have been co-opted as a racist, as a racist coin term phrase,
In
but
the 16th century?
Don't you co-opt my vocabulary, sir?
I'm not a racist, so I didn't co-opt anything.
Well, I'm not a racist either, and you're saying, well, on this one, I didn't mean it in the racist way. That's So
I'd like to refer to you to some of the clips that will be coming out. The Wandering Jew segment.
that's a plant, though. You can't. It's been in that
You
name
can't
for
call a spade if you're talking about a wandering Jew.
right.
Oh.
See, yeah.
Segue to a new thing.
Well, I just want to get your opinions on what I should do with my mom, where I should go with my mom.
Yeah.
Like, what,
I would say take her to Cladow.
that's the first
and-
night. First night we're doing that. First night. we're
Yeah.
doing that.
What days? What day is she?
Tomorrow, Friday, Saturday night, and then she flies out early Sunday. I said she couldn't stay more than 3 days. It was
You told her.
Owen.
That's
And I get off a little early on Saturday night.
yeah.
Let's go grab a beer with your mom.
Well, actually, on Saturday night, that's night one of WrestleMania, so I'm gonna be grilling at the house, and
I'll come over and I'll watch a little bit of
yeah,
WrestleMania
come
with
over,
you
meet
and your mom.
Yeah, she'd love to meet you. Come over. Yeah.
I'll definitely
Bluegrass
stop by for a beer.
Festival this Saturday. What? Yeah, my Welsh mother would love that. Like, well, I'm not going to no bluegrass festival. Silly. It's all
Sounds
that.
like a good time.
Don't they do all that clogging?
Clogging?
Yeah, they do clogging at them. I'm anti-clogs.
Clogs are awesome. What is wrong with you? But also,
WrestleMania party at Owen.
You guys can come by. I mean, I'll set up the screen outside. We'll throw some dogs on the grill. We'll have a good old time. Yeah, I bought a new grill too. Put that together yesterday. That was a pain in the ass.
I have a feeling you still tried to tap con it.
I did use the drill. I did. I have to get.
He tried to put it on the wall.
yeah. It's hanging upside down right now. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but it's on the ceiling. It looks cool.
It looks cool.
Yeah.
Made it into a chandelier.
Oh, man.
Maybe it'll cook some meat.
I haven't been TapConning as much, guys, but you know what though?
There's no available wall space left.
When I was in Texas though, I did there was a handyman doing some stuff in the hotel and he was using some TapCons. I looked down, I'm like, I said to him, "Hey man, how's it going?" I'm like, he's like, "Oh yeah, you're just doing this." I'm like, "TapCons, right?" He's like, "Yo."
God damn it, Owen.
He knew what was up. He's a TapCon guy.
Samantha is suggesting you guys could go ride a mechanical bull at Rock Pit Brewing on Saturday.
Okay, I don't know if that'd be good for my mom's knees or her ailments as a 70-year-old
But she could watch you get your ass thrown around.
I'd be so good at that though.
Somehow Mama Butler rules the
At
fucking
riding.
steed.
Oh, and you do know that I think my mechanical. Well, I rode a mechanical shark, so it's
Okay.
a little different.
I've never been on any of them.
I do believe I was in the
kinda
mid
fun, man.
sixes,
That's
a
pretty-
mid six ride.
That's a pretty good one, right? Aren't you supposed to be, what is it in the rodeo?
It's like an
thing?
8-second
Eight?
on like a live bull.
Remember there
Yeah.
was, okay, totally tangenting here, but remember once upon a time in downtown Orlando, there was a club called 8 Seconds. Do you remember this?
I think so.
This was
maybe?
a little before our time living in Orlando or being old enough to drink, probably. But I have an older neighbor, and she used to bartend out there, and she was telling me that she used to work out there, and they used to bring in live bulls into the fucking
no shit.
club, and they would have straight up like rodeos with real bulls inside 8 Seconds. That could be complete bullshit, but someone looked that up. 8 Seconds Orlando. I'm pretty sure it was like this country. It was like a country. I never went there, but country like bar.
Yeah, for
or
real.
something.
Did you guys go to Cowboys when you were young?
I think
No.
I think I
You
did.
never went?
I did once, right? I did once in my Full Sail years. We went there, and if I
That was
remember,
probably my introduction too. Yeah.
if I remember correctly, Cowboys had a half and half thing where half of it was country, but then half of it was hip hop,
Kind of, sort
the
of.
back,
They mix and match, but yeah.
Well, I went and hung with my brothers in the hip hop spot. Like I was hanging out there. I wasn't.
Yo, Cowboys nights were crazy though. Like that shit opened my mind to a different world. It was fun. You
Okay.
guys know who Kissa Von Adams is? She's like Orlando local, but also like low key burlesque famous.
That's the chick that married Jesse James. That was the racist.
Jesse James,
The motorcycle guy.
I don't know if that's true or not.
She has
I think
she had the tattoos.
Yeah,
Okay.
but she was with
Vaughn
the
something,
Slipknot
Vaughn
guitar guy
Vaughn
for a long time.
Vaughn something. Vaughn, what was her name? Vaughn
Kissa
something.
Von Adams.
Yeah, she was the racist one.
I don't know if that part's true
I think
or not.
so.
I have no idea.
I think she had Nazi memorabilia, and they took pictures. Her and the motorcycle.
Sam said that was Kat Von D,
Oh,
tattoo
That's
artist.
different
lady.
That's a whole
She's a
different
Christian
thing.
now.
okay, yeah. I thought, who is this one you're
No,
talking about?
she's
Who's the
like an
other
Orlando
racist you're
girl.
talking about?
Man, look up Kissa Von Adams on anything, Insta, fucking Facebook. You'll see her burlesque brilliance. But I think she dated the guy from Slipknot, the guitarist, for ages.
Okay.
But she's like, like I said, it's like low key famous in that world, in that realm.
In what world?
Burlesque.
Oh, I thought.
Fucking...
Why did we? Oh, I thought you were talking about bull riding or something. Still.
Oh yeah, so Cowboys. Yeah, that was
Oh.
the first time. I think she bartended there when I back when I had first gone there a few times, and it was
Okay.
like, God damn, what is that about? But they also had a bull riding thing on occasion that was crazy. I don't know, man. That place was wild because you're right. Like half of it was kind of like super ghetto.
Okay.
And also super cowboy.
My shit froze.
Oh,
Sorry, guys. Hang on. I'll be right back. No,
I thought Sam was calling.
No. I knocked a thing and it froze the thing, but it's okay. We'll get it back. Just bear with me. The cameras just went down for a second. But Jesse Black's, I don't remember that one. Was that the same concept?
I don't think I know that one either. I'm not sure.
Where was Cowboys?
Cowboys is like off OBT, kind of not in the pure ghetto, but close.
There was one up near Longwood, I think is the one that I'm thinking of. Maybe it's maybe it was a different place. Maybe I never went to Cowboys. I don't. Jesse Black's was on Oak Ridge. Oh, so that was the hood. Oak Ridge.
Oh yeah,
that's the hood, right? Oak Ridge.
Man, one of my first apartments was right off Oak Ridge. I lived in the ghetto for a little while.
I never had to live out there, thankfully. Curry Ford and Goldenrod. That was probably no. I had a few.
That's not
shady
even
ones.
bad.
It was kind of shady. That was right before I think I met you, Ty, because I had moved in my current place from there. I lived in a bunch of shitholes though, up and down. Goldenrod was that was my alley. I lived in pretty much all of the shitholes on Goldenrod. The park.
Yeah.
What was that one? Oh man.
I was Whispering Springs. That was like off.
That was off Cimarron. Oh, that was the
Yeah.
fancy one. Whispering Springs. Your
I
parents
don't think it was fancy.
It was Crane's Landing. That was my first one. Crane's Landing. Oh yeah, man. We used to do good parties over there.
I got laid over there a lot.
Oh yeah. we probably were at a bunch of the same parties and shit. Like
Dude,
we just never knew each other.
Right. I've told it on the show, but the craziest shit I ever saw was at one of those parties at fucking Crane's Landing, and there was a girl that came like all dommed out, and she brought like a fucking like thing to get tied to and do lashings and shit. Like,
what the fuck, Ty?
Okay.
and then she precursored all this while people are showing up. She pulls up her website. She's like, check out all this porn I do. And it was like, what the fuck is going on at this party?
I mean, that's more intense than the parties I had.
That shit was wild. Like,
See,
unexpected wild.
the parties I went to when I was young were either house parties in Titusville or Mims, wood woods parties in Mims, or on occasion, we would drive over to Orlando, go to the large apartment complexes right next to UCF, and just drive in, park wherever the hell we could park,
and crash parties.
And then just go into parties, steal as much silverware as we could.
Silverware, you sons of bitches.
Do that in like 8 or 9 houses, throw it all in the dumpster, and at the end of the night, drive back to Titusville with people's alcohol and all their silverware.
I did have some weird, maybe you were at some of my parties, because I had some weird shit that was definitely stolen, like, during my times. Like, a dartboard was stolen, like a whole dartboard someone just walked off with.
Fuck that guy.
Like, yeah. There's lots of. We used to do like these triple level parties because we had a like 3-floor apartment complex, right? So like I knew my neighbors. I was in the middle. I knew my neighbors below me, and I knew my neighbors above me. And we used to basically like just open all the doors. And you could go up and in between all the different levels.
I probably was at this I guarantee.
Yeah. We used to do that all the time. And then we also, on New Year's, we had rivals that also did the same thing across the complex. That this is the one you probably were at. We never knew their names. All we knew is, because I lived there for 3 years, all I knew is, which is kind of sad, like living in that place for 3 years, to be honest with you. But yeah, like this, they had the same thing going. They would do the same. They started after us, but they got our idea, and they would do the same party. And then we had sort of rival parties that would happen, and it was across the way. Like you could see their party. Like wasn't that far, right? Like cul-de-sac-ish type distance.
Sometimes
I guess
people
right?
go back and forth,
and we
like,
did, we kind of did. We would send delegates over, and they would send delegates over, and we would like, hey, we're out of like this, we're out of this. But on New Year's or 4th of July, it happened anytime there was fireworks, we would have firework battles against them from balcony to balcony. And so
I was there. This is where we met.
This is
where we met.
We probably did. We probably met.
We shot fireworks at each other.
Yeah, we probably did shoot fireworks at each other when we were, 19 or whatever.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times. Speaking of parties and drugs, sounds like P. Diddy's got himself really into it, huh? P. Diddy,
I haven't even looked into this shit. I caught wind of it, but I haven't read anything. I thought it was like kid diddling shit. Is that what happened?
I think there's elements of it, yeah.
Like sex trafficking and
diddling and some sex trafficking.
Some pretty
forcing. No, I think there was also some like forcing artists to like perform sex act, like using his power to kind of like force these people.
Diddy power.
He used I don't know if he's as bad as Vince McMahon, because I haven't heard that he shat on anybody's head yet. But I'm thinking
saying all three: fucking drugs, gun, and sex.
Yeah, it does sound like this dude's in for this dude's pretty much shit fucked, and I think that he could be.
Here's the other thing: the moment all this stuff came out and all these federal agencies like raided his properties, he hopped on a private jet and just dipped out to some island that doesn't extradite people, I assume.
Oh, is this the Diddy Island? It's like
it's some country that just is like, yeah, we don't extradite people.
Well,
that's cool.
That's kind of suspicious in and of itself, right? Like he already
it's not an innocent guy thing to do.
No. And it's kind of one of those things. It's like he already had this plan, like knowing that when the day came, he's like, all right.
So he's gone right now? He's still out?
I think so. I think that's what Mike's saying. Yeah, he's on this island. He's on his own.
Yeah, I think he just dipped out and was like, I'm gonna go hang out on this island for a while.
That's crazy, though. I mean,
there's also rumors that like Jay-Z was, a part of all
I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past him. The ghost of Biggie's up there. Fucking yeah. Mace is definitely involved. Mace for sure.
The dead guy?
Mace. He's not dead, is he?
Apparently Samantha's saying Russell Simmons did this years ago and is hiding out in Bali.
Russell Simmons? I didn't know he was hiding out.
He ain't hanging out in America.
Sleepy ass. I used to always think that he was half asleep when he rapped. Mace, he's like, you could never understand it. Was mumbled and like fucking like slow as boring as shit. But Mace became a preacher. I want to say he got out of the rap game, and now he's like a preacher down in Georgia somewhere. I want to say.
Well, and Samantha says that Mace will testify against him for sure.
What the fuck does she know? Well, I guess she does read all this crap.
She stays up on all
yeah,
this.
You're right. You're right. If anybody does probably know, it'd probably be her. But the thing that intrigued me the most, I mean, any celebrity now, let's be honest, any celebrity that gets caught doing something like awful, right? Like that's why I joked about the Michael J. Fox thing earlier. It's like, really, how can you hate him? He's such an innocent guy. He probably never did like would hurt a fly. But in this day and age, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm not surprised with anybody in any sort of celebrity status that you find out later on did some like used their leverage to do some heinous shit, right? Like it's because it's just happened so many times, right? And it's only like what's interesting to me too is it's only seemingly like increased in like severity. Like when this thing first started happening, it was like Louis C.K., can I jerk off in front of you, basically? Like, and now it's like, now it's like sex trafficking and like it's just gotten like whoa, like way out of hand. Is there anybody you'd be actually surprised with at this point? Like I don't know that anybody's innocent. Like
if Michael Cera was like sex trafficking.
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Women.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. That kid's got a fucking, I don't know. He's got a real, I don't know, something behind them eyes. There's something about his face where I just untrustworthy.
Oh, what? Okay, what if it came out that Weird Al was actually?
I believe it. Nope, totally believe it. Like it would make sense. He's fucking Weird Al. He was telling you the whole goddamn time.
No way. Weird Al's innocent as shit.
No. Don't.
Okay. All right.
Weird Al is a narcissist, by the way, and I've heard stories. My friend Hugh, you guys know Hugh, met Weird Al, and he swears up and down that this story is true. Met him in a bar in L.A. when Hugh was living out in L.A. And he went and got an autograph. Tried to get an autograph from him. And because one of his best friends back home in Georgia was the biggest Weird Al fan. Now, Hugh wasn't like the biggest fan of Weird Al, but he's like, yeah, okay, cool. I'll get an autograph for my friend back home. So he's like, can you make it out? Can I get an autograph? Can you sure, whatever. Can you make it out to John? My friend back home is a huge fan. And Weird Al would not accept that Hugh wasn't John, and he had to show him his ID, and he still didn't believe him, like, because, you're just trying to say you're getting this for your friend. You're trying to be cool. Weird Al thought that he wanted it, and he's like, no, I really just want it from. So Weird Al, based upon that story, seems like he could be a real bit of a dick. And,
all right, Owen, here's one that would floor you.
Oh, who?
What if it came out that Steve Irwin?
Nope, not surprised. Wouldn't be surprised at all.
Why? Because he's so good?
I just feel like
there's got to be a demon. There's got to be a demon in there somewhere.
Yep. That's what I think. First off, by the way, when you first said that, I thought you meant Steve Urkel, but it does apply for both of them.
Okay, so I could understand if Urkel was some sort of weird foot pervert,
especially like any type of child star, right? You're automatically gonna be like, yeah, that tracks. Like, yeah.
And Samantha, I do think you're right. I think Irwin was a freak in the bed. I think he got wild animal style.
Well, dude, imagine there's doggy style. Imagine all the other styles he knows.
Like, he knows all of them.
He knows all the styles.
Every animal style.
Yeah, exactly. So he's
yeah, dude, it would be very I guess it is so weird to know that like there's so many people from the years of growing up that have just that it's coming out. It's like, yeah, this guy was a fucking pervert. Oh, this guy a molester, sexual deviant.
Well, it's like they're constantly all the like the Epstein conspiracy theories, right? Who was on the island and all that, and you'll hear Tom like in the QAnon like nutcase groups, right? They're always saying Tom Hanks is involved in all this. And at first it's like, oh no, Tom Hanks, America's kind of sweetheart. But deep down, I don't know, man. What if I wouldn't be that surprised? Like, it's just kind of like,
I mean,
what's his
so
name?
the
The
rule
Pumpkins guy?
never go full tard. I think that kind of really speaks to Tom Hanks' true
Yeah.
nature.
That's true. That's true.
Are you saying
He-
he was sleeping with Downies?
No, I think because he went full tard,
Wait a
he
minute.
has a darker streak
How do
than we all
you get away
realize.
with saying that? Wait a minute. You can't get away with saying that. If your guys are
That's fully
chastising.
accepted nomenclature.
Oh, man. Nah,
Oh, wait. Samantha's saying that Hanks is sus. He's had a lot of young girls and problematic people at his game nights.
yeah, bro.
Game nights.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put it past the old Hank Rooney there. David S. Pumpkins. You know what I'm saying?
You don't get to be David S. Pumpkins without a little bit of
Yeah.
creepery.
And you know he does that at his game nights. He does the day.
He pulls
does,
a pumpkins.
Yeah, no, he pulls the pumpkins and he's like, any questions? Because as he whips his dick out, any questions? You know, I could see it happening.
He's
I don't
like
know.
a gray-haired old man now, isn't he?
I feel like, okay, that's also, I feel like Alex Trebek wouldn't have had time for that shit. Like, I feel like he might have been like, he was just like a playa, you know, but I don't think.
No, Trebek would have been like full Dom.
Yeah, you think so? Okay. What about
He's a controller.
I see Pat Sajak doing a lot of drugs off of women's titties. Like that.
Off of Vanna's titties.
Probably.
At least a bunch of times.
I mean, clearly. Trying to think of who is like. What about Drew Carey? Nah, he would be a piece of shit. Yeah, for sure. He would be. Yeah. I wouldn't be, or just I'm not saying. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't be surprised, right? Like, if you
Drew Carey has some weird specific kink, though. It's like real specific.
Yeah,
like
eats toenails or
secretaries
something
that have been fired and their shoe is lost.
No, it's women like Myra from the Drew Carey show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
shit on Drew Carey. Sam.
I tell you, like, there's some people where I'd be like, I would be surprised but could still see it. Like, what about like a Jon Stewart? You found out he was into some like fucking
No, I feel like Jon Stewart's the most boring
I do too.
sex life.
That's why, that's why I don't
He
really
talks a lot
Yeah.
during sex.
Yeah. Now, Jerry Seinfeld, I feel like I wouldn't be surprised.
He eats cereal all the time while he's fucking.
I really hate this, just so you know.
Costanza.
It's really annoying, but also it feels great, but I hate this.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. I guess, well, I'll think of maybe some later. Let's try and find the most innocent person.
What the fuck?
so
Sam
far-
is getting on the research. Look at this shit. What?
Oh,
Is that really?
She probably knows. She knows all this stuff. This is yeah.
Drew Carey has a sex dungeon with a creepy mattress.
Right. She's essentially
Seinfeld dated a high school girl.
Can you tell she's like not done her producing job in a while? She's like, oh my god, I gotta like, it's like muscle memory. She does it, but she is helping me prove my point that it's everybody's got in Hollywood seemingly has this like dark, twisted past that's got some skeleton in the closet. Who's the one that doesn't? Well, we'll keep this game going through the entire show. I feel like Jon Stewart right now is the person I would say is the least scummy of anybody that we have mentioned. Would we be in agreement on that?
What if it came out that Bob Ross had like
I can see it with him though too, man. I feel like I've heard a story about Bob Ross actually like being
he likes squirrels.
I don't know. Bob, it's she's saying it's everyone. Okay, that's fair.
I don't think you get to be famous anymore without. I think when it's kind of like Cat Williams said. I think when you hit a certain level of fame and notoriety,
you gotta
the people that run things come to you.
You gotta get your dick or make someone suck your dick. It's the rule,
bro. It's like you have to go and you have to hey man, you got to come to this party and hang out with a bunch of kids so we can have some damning evidence on you to ruin your career whenever we want.
No, you might be onto something with that. That's yeah, it's not the worst. I mean, it is the worst theory, but it's not the worst theory if you know what I mean when I'm saying that. But yeah, it's some twisted shit, and I think you might actually. That's probably true with like politicians. It's probably true with anybody of any sort of like power, right? Like it's. Let's get off that. Let's get off that because there's a fun part of the Diddy arrest thing, all right, that I wanted to bring up. There's a fun part. Now, I'm not big
popcorn, free popcorn.
No. I'm not big into hard drugs anymore, or whatnot. Like, but this, like, I was like, wait a minute, this sounds interesting. So there was a drug mule that I believe like has come forward. It's like I don't know what the whole story, but some chick in Miami used to bring Diddy his drugs, and now she's coming forward. I think her name is something Miami. I don't know. That's not my world, right? But she was bringing him what has been now described as it's called, and this is a street drug that I had not heard of. But have you guys heard of pink cocaine?
No.
Look it up. Someone do the research.
Is it just pure cocaine?
No. It's not even cocaine. That's the thing. It's called pink cocaine. I want to say if when I read it, if my memory serves, it's a mixture of course, food coloring to make it pink, right? But then we got, I believe it is ketamine, MDMA, and caffeine for some reason it's a new substance that the kids are doing that they call pink cocaine.
Is Diddy selling this? How do I get that? That sounds kind of good.
Young Miami is a rapper. That was the chick. So yeah, Sam's confirming there.
2CB, pink cocaine is a synthetic drug.
2C. All right. See, I never heard of either.
2CB. Yeah.
2CB,
so
like the letter B, like the
initially,
letter B. Like 2CTUCI and then the letter B. Is that what you're saying?
No, it's 2C-B.
Oh, this is too complicated.
So originally it was
just give me the pink cocaine.
Initially it was made to treat erectile dysfunction and enhance libido. But it was so harmful to consume, and like there was no real good medical use for it, so they outlawed it.
Okay, Sam's saying combination of ecstasy and cocaine, but I heard there's definitely ketamine in there. Yeah, that's the one I read. SJ, pink food coloring, strawberry flavoring, ketamine, caffeine, and 2CB. So 2CB is a separate chemical that's inside this mixture of pink cocaine. Is that right? Or is that the MDMA?
I would try both. I don't know.
All right, well, pink cocaine. Ty, you're the world's worst drug dealer.
I'll be the taste tester.
You're the world's worst drug dealer. You will probably not be able to handle this, but I'm putting you on a mission.
Say what?
To get me the pink cocaine. Oh, dude, when you used to deal drugs, you were the worst. You used to I don't have any of this right now. You'd never respond. The absolute worst. Oh, you guys, I think I lost them. There's a storm out there. Yeah. Oh boy. I think I lost my connection with these guys.
And has awful withdrawal symptoms.
Sorry, I lost you there. Go ahead and, if you don't mind, go ahead and restart that thought. I got this storm rolling through, and somehow my connection dropped out, like I got DirecTV or some shit.
You're all good. I was reading up on pink cocaine. It doesn't give you it doesn't tell me exactly what is in it, because it's apparently like an actual drug. But it's got a lot of this. It's got the same like highly addictive nature as cocaine, but it's also got a super like hard and harsh withdrawal effect. And it's kind of long lasting.
So Diddy was doing that, man. Or he probably wasn't doing it. He's probably giving it to his sex slaves. That's probably what he was doing.
I
But
mean,
yeah, apparently it's
getting
just
them addicted.
super dangerous.
Sam does make a good point that it would be harder for you to get anything like that in Wisconsin, Ty. And then it just got me thinking, pink cocaine is such a Miami like term or description for a drug, right? What would it be in Wisconsin? It'd be like
mm,
it would be like hops cocaine or something, or malt cocaine. It would be like the most like
I doubt it'd be that different. In all honesty,
no, it would just you guys call it like you call it the sausage crack. You know, it's
I want some sausage crack.
some sausage crack. You know, it's a little cheddar meth. You know, little that.
cheddar meth.
Oh, a nice sharp cheddar meth.
Sharp cheddar meth. It's yellow. It's yellow.
Oof.
You know, it looks like some people's teeth. You know, it's all just it looks like straight tartar.
But it's real rich.
Yeah,
It's delicious.
Then some fucking like dairy ketamine or whatnot. I don't know what you guys got up there, but pink cocaine. That's a thing that exists. I did like your comment earlier, Ty. Or sorry, Mikey. Which one are you?
I bike.
Where am I?
Bike beat.
Yeah. You were telling me before the show you almost spilled the beans to Ty that you had quite the incident at your place of work. What was it, today or yesterday?
No, on Easter.
Okay.
Sunday.
Oh, it was on even better. This incident happened on Easter Sunday.
Yeah. So, it's Easter Sunday. It's a normal day. My boss had just stepped out. He had to run to the store to grab stuff real quick. So it's still kind of early in the morning. And, at my
Mike
place
decides to go full helicopter for fucking 1 hour while his boss is out of
Yeah.
the goddamn kitchen. Full helicopter.
Mini
He's got the
sidebar,
he's got the risky business music on in the kitchen.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
I come in just full
yeah,
copter.
yeah.
Socks.
Small
copter.
sidebar. Our good friend Tom Van did say I was allowed to full helicopter at
I
this,
heard this.
BDM
I heard this.
appreciation party, and so
So
anyone who's going, please be aware. I was totally told I was allowed to do that.
I heard it. I think you have audio proof of that you're in the clear.
I've got it downloaded and clipped, I can quote it.
In fact, Mikey, I would go as far as to say that this was less of like you can do it and more like you're
Prompting.
encouraged to do it is what I was taking from this.
I believe I was literally asked.
Pretty much they need to step this event up a little bit. So you're right. The next Tom and Dan event, make sure to check out the headlining act, Mikey's helicoptering.
Mikey's dick.
Please do it to just if there's a karaoke setup, just please do the just take your soul records off to do the risky business.
No. And I slide in with my dick out.
Yeah, please just that's the way we do it. That's the way we do it. We're giving away the show. We're giving away the show. Damn it. We're giving away the show. Anyway, what happened to work, buddy?
So, at my place of business, for those of you all that know where I'm at,
vegan chicken.
Yeah, I'm making vegan chicken sandwiches at Old Dharma Southern Chicken. It's delicious. If you know anything about the vegan community right now, two vegan community restaurants.
I know
vegan
a lot
restaurants.
I know a lot about the vegan community. I know a lot about them.
So 2 vegan restaurants closed down within the last 6 months. And we are
armpit hair. A lot of armpit hair is one of the things.
You're not wrong.
One of the things I know about the vegan community.
So we're doing pretty well considering that apparently vegan spots around town are literally closing their doors left and right.
That is honestly quite sad. Like I hate when businesses close and it's healthy food, so that sucks.
Well, ours isn't healthy at all.
That's true. Yeah, you kind of do say that.
We deep fry everything. It tastes delicious because it's deep fried. But given where we're at, we're on old Cheney Highway. There are nicer areas
It's a
of
shithole.
town. And the morning traffic at our restaurant and the late night traffic at our restaurant share two things. The people that come in, they're a little dressed down, both in the morning and at night.
Yeah. You don't get, in the early mornings, you don't get your businessman commute. It's usually, what do you get? Some athletic joggers. You get some.
It's a lot. We get a lot of people in pajamas still. We
Okay.
get some workout gear, folks.
Are you shaming?
No, I'm not shaming at all. I'm about to tell you what was happening.
Okay.
But we do get some customers that come in I don't know, a little less clothing than probably they should be wearing.
Okay.
And I'm not saying it's not a size thing. It's not I'm not shaming anybody.
Oh no.
The attire.
There's a lot of jiggle in a small packet.
Not all. Well, sometimes there's that.
Yeah.
But
a lot of meat jammed into a Ziploc bag.
Not that, but people like to show up in comfortable clothing. Like I said, a lot of PJs, a lot of basketball shorts, a lot of workout uniforms.
Okay.
So a lot of comfortable clothing.
Sure.
Well, a woman came in to get a sandwich.
Are you behind the register at this point? Where are you at?
Well, I'm manning the register because my boss had run out to the store and had been gone for a minute or two. And so I'm just at the front, basically. It's the morning. We don't get a ton of traffic, but it's here and there. So I'm basically just waiting. There's nothing really for me to do. Prep's done for the day. So I'm just kind of, I got to wait on my boss to get back to do the prep thing that I need to do.
Right. You're just there. You're just there behind the register, empty store, helicopter in your dick.
Yeah.
My guess is, do you have a no shirt, no shoes, no service sign or no?
We don't have one, but we do. We technically would appreciate it if you'd wear shoes.
Yeah.
And we definitely
I'm
need
just
you
imagining.
to be clothed.
I feel like she's like missing the pants because pants isn't listed.
Nope.
No shirts, no shoes, no suit.
I mean, she had on like small, like women's athletic shorts.
I was gonna say say she came in without any shoes on, and you said, "Ma'am, we don't allow customers in here without any shoes on," and she said, "Well, ain't no sign,"
No.
like I've seen that happen before.
It's gonna happen if it's gonna happen.
A woman came in and she's got the small little like workout shorts on, and one of those like sleeveless like tank tops that you would work out in.
Okay.
But normally girls wear some sort of like undergarment under that, like it's the tank top
Camel
with like
toe?
the deep arm cutouts.
So like a leotard type thing.
Yeah, but it's loose. It's like a t-shirt that it just has them deep armholes. And you can see.
I think I know what you're talking about here.
And she comes in and she goes to the bakery first. But I'm the one. Our like counter faces the door, whereas the bakery counter is kind of perpendicular to the door. So anytime you walk in the door, we usually greet you when you walk in. I'm like, "Oh, hello," and she's friendly and she greets me back. But when she turns to go to the bakery, you can see